Hey y'all again. What's up? Bill here. Okay, so this weekend, um, I think the night before, I think it was Friday night, I heard about, I saw on Facebook about, I'm not even sure what to call it. It's a comic book convention, but a smaller form of it, you know? So I planned on it and said, okay, this is what we're doing. So before that, I went to like another place in St. Joe. It was like a small yard sale kind of thing, and he called it a nerd estate sale, but mostly it was like three vendors, four vendors, little bitty yard sale thingy. Well, they were vendors because he had comic books there too, and that was really cool. So I got probably like 19 from there. Yeah, about 19 comics. And then me and my daughter took off to South Bend, it's like 45 minutes away. And it was at a Comfort Suite. Comfort Suites? Is that what? Comfort Suite? Something like that. I don't know. It's a hotel. So picture this, okay? It was a hotel conference room. I would say it was probably a little bigger than your living room. Picture your living room. Mine's kind of a good size. Take that wall up there, but it was a. They didn't even use the whole conference room because they had uh, that wall that you can open and close. So they had that there, but the wall was closed. It was how many vendors were there? One, two on this wall, and on the other side of the wall is probably three over there. And in the middle, the guy had probably like six folding tables with about crap. Should have counted. Oh man, probably like 11 long boxes on each side. I was looking to take a picture of it, but I didn't want people to seem awkward. You know, I should have taken a picture before I left. I was going to, but then I don't know. This picture there, it's just go to any hotel conference room, and that's basically what it was. Like I said, five or six vendors. But the cool thing, I can't even. I'm just gonna call it a comic book convention, but it was this. It was small, and if comic book conventions are going this way, where they have just a conference room at a hotel, fine by me. All it was probably some guy and his buddies, I think it was, got together, rented a conference room, and put boxes of comics up they were selling. I think I got more from there, more comics from there than I did at the other conventions that I've been at for the last probably 6 months. Because let's take 19. Okay, so I got probably this much from the yard sale, estate sale, nerd estate sale. But then I got shit, stuff all over. All these from there. Oh crap! So it was from like 10 to 4. We got there about 11:30, and from from the time I walked in, I started against the wall and looked at about six boxes over there, and then I started on the middle table. I spent 3 hours, about 3 hours on one side of this table. Okay. And this is why I love it so much, because it's just the amount of time that I spent going through these boxes. Like, I wasn't the only one. Everybody else doing the same thing, and one couple was there going through the boxes, and they brought their own long box with them, and they were filling up the long box. Like I have my backpack in a bag to put them in. If I had a system like theirs, you could easily fill up. It must have been 11 boxes. I'm gonna say it was 11 boxes on both sides of the table, of all these tables, right in the middle of the room. But yeah, they were filling up this long box. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I was only after number ones, but if I was trying to find fillers, or maybe I was interested in finding comics that I was really interested in again, or found new one that I wanted to get into, you could pretty much do half the series, probably, if not more. I'm gonna say 22 of these boxes. That's how many was there. And I didn't even, on the other side where they had the 4 vendors, I didn't even be able to hit there. Luckily, my daughter didn't kill me, and she was really cool. Because she could have came in a few times and just started cussing me out, telling me ready to go. Like, you've been there for 2 freaking hours going through these boxes. Oh, 2 turned into 3, and I didn't leave till they were closing up. The boxes on the other side of the table, I probably got through 4 or 5 of their boxes before it was time for them to close up. I could have found a lot more from the rest of the boxes that were there. I could have easily filled up 11, or filled up a long box with all the number ones I found. If I kept looking. But I walked away. Okay, what's what they had? They had, the first one was, what was it? They're $1 a piece to start out with. And what I did was, the biggest one was 50 comics for $20. And I love when they do this, okay? I just love it when they do something like that. Because I was looking at a sign going, 50 for 20. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find 50 comics, you know? But, sure enough, I think I walked away with about, I know I at least take away the 20 that I found that one guy's rummage, so 65 comics, probably. Maybe 70. That's a lot. This is a lot. So, the guy was cool, though. And all the vendors were really cool. Even the customers. If I heard some guy was looking for some comics, as I was looking through them, I'd pull out the ones that other people were looking for, and I just stack them over here on the box. And if they pass me, I go, hey, there they are. If you're looking for them. And one guy was looking for G.I. Joe, so he was happy, even though he had them already. But I figure, well, I'm looking through them, and if I can help somebody else out, well, cool. There you go. I'm trying to remember. I know it was, I think the first one was 10 for $5. Yeah. I think that's what it was. So it would either be $1, or if you can find 10, it'd be 50 cents a piece, and then 50 comics for 20. It's like, I was looking for 50 of them. I was like, there's no way. But by the time I was through the 11 boxes, I was working on 60 comics until I ran over the other side really quick, as much as I could look. And then I grabbed a bunch more. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 that aren't number ones. Well, there's 1 or 2, 3 that I have to show you. Give me a second. Oh my goodness, it's really. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to find it. This one, I really like. That's not a number one. And I think there's another one here that isn't. And this one's not a number one. I got them because I love the villains. Everybody knows that, right? You all know that. But there's one I really want to show you. Really, really do. Because the cover is absolutely awesome. And I did not know. And I didn't even know this either. Mr. T had a comic. I have the A-Team comic somewhere. But just give me a second. When you see it, you will know why I love it so much. See, I wasn't sure about this one. I wasn't sure if I had this. I think I might, but oh man, it was really. Yeah, my back was hurting after 3 hours of going through comics like that. Oh, come on, where is it? It's the coolest one. When I saw this cover, oh, yeah, I can add this to the other 5 I have. I think it's 5 of them there. Yep. I know. This is the only comic that I really hoard. Because, what is this, 90? I don't even have my glasses. Are they over here somewhere? No, I don't have them. So, whatever year. I can say down there. I think it's 90. So, whatever year it's from. If the kids don't take the poster out, I'm going to snatch it. So yeah, and then I'm gonna hoard them until if I croak, and the kids dump them off at some comic shop, and it'll be good for another 30 years, you know, and they'll be put back in the system, and somebody else will find it. And think how cool it is that this thing survived. Here it is. This cover is just awesome. Come on. You can't tell me it's not. That is just the coolest cover ever. And it's the only comic I have of him. What do they call him? The Laughing Batman? And I still can't. The Batman who laughs. But, come on! That is just the awesome. When I saw that, I couldn't believe it. It was like, that I might be definitely put on the wall. I'm just seeing what else I have. See, this one is from Solar Sun. I've never heard of it. Super Foxes. Oh my god. Let's see if anything else. Oh, I found a Plasmar. Still in the wrapping. And the card's right there. Somewhere there. Yep. I don't think it's worth anything, but. And here's the other one. So I found 2 of these, and the boxes were like 4 boxes apart, and each one still has the poster. I looked it up. It's only like a $3 comic, but still, they're not gonna sell for $3. They're gonna sell it for like in a quarter bin, or a 50-cent bin, or $1 bin. So that's fine. I didn't really care. But if I find it and the poster's in it, I'm still gonna snatch it. And no one's gonna have it except me. And somebody can have it in like 30 years when I crack. So, yeah. Too bad. There was one question I had, but I don't know if I have any, where, is that it? No, that's not it. I also found me a penguin on the front of a comic. Right there. So, I gotta put that in my penguin cover box that I finally got. Let me see, there was a, I think this might be the, but look at this bagging, okay? Let me make sure this is it. Oh, they're both ones. I don't know what this is, but... And this was on the other side of it. But look at this wrapping right here, okay? Let's look. Let me see. Here's a comic that's in it. But it's this bag, you know. It's like. I wish I had one here. It was like, I don't know if that's it or not, but it was just flimsy. Here it is. This is it. I don't know what kind of bagging this was in it. I don't even think that glasses are still in it. Oh. Yeah, I wish the glasses were still in it, but it's not. Look at this. This hurts my eyes. 3D. Yeah. Oh. I know this is killing me. But look at this. What kind of bag is that? You know? It's like 10-cent bagging. Is that what it is? Look at that. It's like, why would you put your comics into a bag like this? I don't even know what this is. It's like, and he had a lot of them in there. I think it's probably maybe the only one that I really had, but this is like, I don't know why this bothers me so much. I wouldn't put my comics in there. I wouldn't buy 100 bags of whatever the hell kind of bag this is. You know? What is that to protect the comic from? But, yeah, I know. Be happy you have a bag for your comic, but is this like the 90s, 80s, whenever the bags came out? Is this that version of it? Is this like the first bags they came out with? Because this is sad. It reminds me of foil. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of freaking foil. Now, if these are the first bags that came out, I'll just keep them in this bag. I don't know if they are or not. I doubt it. I'll just keep it in there and put it into a new bag. Just for the... I don't think it's worth anything. I don't think bags are worth anything like this, but this is like... I'm not sure what this will protect your bag from. I never put tape in my bags. I'd rather just put the cardboard in and fold it in the bag. This is all the cardboard I have. I have 1, 2, 3, if you count, put those together, 3 long boxes of comics that I probably, oh crap, that I have a bunch of them in a printer paper box, and I don't think any of them, oh I don't want to look at that, and none of them have bag and cardboard on them. And none of the places around here have this or the baggage. I've got to drive like 35 minutes. 35 minutes to get my bag and board. And that freaking kills me. Freaking kills me. Absolutely drives me bonkers. I would love to win the lottery and open me up a comic store. There's a building not 4 minutes away from me right here that if I've won enough to spread the wealth to my immediate family, I would. And then whatever I have left off, I could just probably buy the building and then buy a couple, 3 or 4 collections and open my own comic shop. I would love that. And if I had millions, I wouldn't have to worry about making any money. Because from what I've seen the last few years, people aren't making money at comics anymore. Comic shops are dying, which kind of sucks. That's why I'm so far from any of them. Now I'm good on bags. I have all these bags, so I'm good on bags. Two different kind ones, though. I think it's 2 different kinds. Comic Care and BTW. I'm definitely putting this one. Like the night, not last night, but the night before that, I spent like 2 hours, maybe more than that, because me and my daughter were watching the old show ER. So we were watching it, and I'm bagging, boarding comics out of the box I should have done a long time ago. But I was like doing that for 3 hours, and I'm almost out of boards. At the place I buy them at, he sells them, I think it comes to about 15 for both. 100 boxes, 100 bags. I think he's about 15 or 16 bucks. If you buy them together, he lowers it. So, all better. You can't. I'm going to put it right up there, probably. I just love that cover. When I saw it, it was like, mine. Okay. Now, this is going to hurt some people's souls when I tell you this part, okay? It's going to hurt some souls. That's my daughter. Hey, Barb.
Oh, hi.
So, when we went to this comic book convention show thingy, they had this is mine. I've had this for years. It's the Joker one. I have 3 of these. This is the one I don't have. I've had for a long time with no cover. This guy had 3 long boxes, right? And all the comics had this brown to them, right? Most of them, I went through 2 of them. Most of them had no cover on them. And if there was a cover on it, it was coming off or it was ripped. I was like, you probably lost some money on this, didn't you? He was like, oh, I lost a lot of money on this. Because he didn't know they were that bad, probably. And going through it, man, I tell the guy I feel like crying because all these comics wasn't taken care of. I don't know where they were at. Probably in a basement somewhere or in a barn. But it was like, and he was sitting there trying to convince me to buy one of these boxes. Like, I can't do it. I was about to cry myself when I was going through these. It's like, and then I picked this one cover up. It didn't go to the comic that was in front of it, behind it, but it was Bullwinkle #1. And the cover was all torn up. I'm thinking, I'm done. I'm not looking through these anymore. It's like there's no way I can go any further his point of seeing that and knowing that it could be in there, but then it was like the cover was ripped and the pages were all brown. I was like, man, if I took a picture of this and put it on a page, within an hour, all you'd be seeing is crying emojis because people would be crying if they saw these boxes. It's like, how could something like this happen? It's like, I couldn't look at them. I was just like, oh man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way. This is bad. And it must have been at least. I think he went through all of them and trying to find the best ones that still had covers that weren't ripped, but it was sad. It was really, I don't know. It just wasn't right. What happened to those? Maybe the guy was old. He couldn't take care of them. I don't know. It was just. You guys ever heard of this one? I never heard of that one. Beethoven, number one. I don't know if this is a reprint or Two Gun Kid, number one. I think they try to bring back. Westerns. This one I never heard of either. What's number one? So I don't know. Showed you that one. I got a few True Blood number ones. Could have gone the other way. Let's see. Showed you that one. This one I never heard of either. I'm still thinking about those stupid comics in those boxes. Okay, this one I never heard of either. Pick up this one. It's like those other two I showed you before. How about Spider-Man versus Dracula? Yeah. I think that's about it. And I picked up Venomized Storm. Got lucky with that one. It's on the shelf. Well, I think I'll stop here. It's been long enough. Everybody gets this far. You know I appreciate it. You know I do. Alright, y'all. Well, you take care. And I shall talk to you all later. Bye.